Hello friends, this is Akram here once again, and today I bring you a different take on a classic build that we all love, and that is Threadling Strand Warlock. If you look at build guides, almost everybody who plays this build is using Swarmers. And don't get me wrong, they're no bad or anything, but in my opinion the recent buff to Mantle of Battle Harmony makes it a better choice overall. Mantle offers super energy every time we get a kill with a strand weapon. Make sure to pay attention to how quickly we get our super throughout this gameplay. And this doesn't have a cooldown anymore like it did in previous seasons. It got buffed in the final shape. That combined with Needlestorm being one of the highest damage supers in the game make it a very attractive option for this build. Not only that, but once our super energy is full, Mantle provides a damage buff for all our strand weapons. This buff is equivalent to 4 Surge mods, in other words 25% damage increase for 11 seconds. This damage buff can be refreshed every time we get a kill with our primary. This makes our strand weapons melt everything at all difficulties. And so for our aspects, we're gonna go with Weaver's Call. So this makes it so that whenever we place our healing brief we get Threadlings out. It's pretty good. And the new bit that they added on in the final shape is this one here. Targets defeated by strand damage have a chance to generate a Purge Threadling. So notice how it says strand damage, so that means potentially any kills you get with your Threadlings can spawn more Threadlings. So you have the potential for, a chain reaction there, so that's pretty good. And the second aspect we go with is definitely Weave Walk, which by the way also got recently buffed in the final shape. Now it allows for 2 fragment slots instead of 1. So we use this as a panic button just to get out of trouble whenever we're about to die or something. And now for fragments, we will go with Thread of Rebirth to generate even more Threadlings. Thread of Evolution, so that our army travels farther and deals more damage. Thread of Generation, so that we generate green energy as we damage enemies. Thread of Isolation, this one will sever all the tough enemies for us as we hit headshots on them. This is a 40% damage reduction for the enemy, helping us stay alive while fighting bosses and tougher enemies. Alright, now let's talk weapons. I know that the Coal Sidearm is one of the hottest weapons right now, and for good reason, it's very good. But for me personally, I prefer to use a Strand Primary. So my choice for this is going to be Rufus Fury with Hatchling, for easier content like normal raids or dungeons. When I need more damage output, definitely I'll go with the Final Warning. This sidearm is amazing because it provides high damage output and it also unravels the entire battlefield for us. And in this season in particular, it has anti-stoppable champions. Also, Final Warning got a catalyst with the final shape. That amazingly gives it more damage and refunds ammo when you hit a marked target. This stacks with our 25% buff from Mantle, and this primary sidearm deals more damage than some heavy weapons as a result. I also wanted to talk about the reason why I love Hatchling weapons for easier content. Threadlings generated by the perk Hatchling count as weapon damage, meaning that they synergize with Mantle Battle Harmony for both the super regeneration and the damage buff. I also wanted to talk about a different way to build this character, and that would be utilizing Prismatic. It's a little bit less powerful than the Strand version just because we don't have access to the Strand fragments that buff Threadlings, but it's very fun nonetheless. So the way I did it was utilizing Prismatic and the new exotic class item. In my case, I got Spirit of Endless Light just to get the ability loop going, and Spirit of Harmony. That would be Mantle Battle Harmony without the damage buff, but we still have the super energy. And now for our aspects, we go still with Weaver's Call. It's still the best option here. It gives us 3 fragment slots and it generates all the Threadlings that we need for this build. We go with Feed the Void for survivability, that instant heal, and for grenade energy. Then we go of course with Trending Grenade. We go with Phoenix Dive because it has the lowest base cooldown of all the class abilities. Let's say this one is 122, this one's 55 seconds. So that way we can spam it with our Heart of Endless Light. And then for fragments we go Facet of Hope, Facet of Balance, Facet of Sacrifice, Facet of Purpose, and Facet of Solitude. Let me know if you'd like me to make a separate build guide for this build here. Alright guys, this is it for today. Remember to subscribe if you'd like to see more builds and videos from me. And also, like I said, let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to put together a build guide for the prismatic version of this build. Thank you for watching and see you next time.